Okay, so beadlocks. These are weld-on kits. That's out of ring. This is a weld-on one. You weld that onto the rim, like so. Bought these from Roadrunner Off-Road. This will need a bit of a clean up, just so it sits nice and flat. They've been welded. Just clean them up a bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to put those Roxillas onto, I think I'm going to weld the beadlocks on these rims. They're the stock rims off my Suzuki Sierra. So, being a beadlock, they will add width to your rim. So, they're 15x7s on there now, neg 13. So add a beadlock on there, I think it adds about an inch to the rim. So that'll be 15x8, and then it'll be neg, well, that'll be about neg 30-ish, maybe more. Anyway, whatever it works out to be. That's 15x7. Stock rims are 15x5.5 inch. So, and they're plus 10. So I think it should work out about 15. It'll be about 6.5 inch wide with beadlock on it, negative 15 or so, which should sit them about where they're at now. So I'll tack beadlock on, put a tyre on there, and just have a look, see, have a quick measure and stuff. I might even measure them now, show you some measurements, show you why it adds width and stuff on your rim. But yeah, so first thing first, I'll pull the tyre off the stock rim. That's another 15x7 neg 13 as well. That's just a spare, got another spare set of rims. But yeah, I'll pull the tyre off that rim. I'll clean up where it's going to weld, and that, I think the valves normally, so that's a Sunraysia rim. If that was welded in there, you're going to have one hell of a time trying to get to your valve when you're deflating and inflating your tyres. Will be a real pain in the ass because it's under that. Yeah, but these rims, they sort of poke out on a bit of an angle, whereas they're more straight up. So I'm just going to sit on that wheel weight and sit in there, something like that. And I don't know if you can see that, but should be able to get to that valve, no worries, it's right there. As a matter of fact, I'll get this here and get that on there, no worries. So they should be fine, I shouldn't need to move them, which will make it a little bit easier. It's not that bad. You pull the valve out, weld up the hole, probably drill a hole in here, and then have your valve coming up this way so you can get to it. No big deal, but these shouldn't have to, because they come out more of an angle, so it should be right. Yeah, I'll pull this tyre off, tack that on, I'll do some measurements and stuff, and I'll, yeah, show you. So yeah, weld that on there, put your tyre on the outer bead of your tyre, sits just on there, it doesn't sit in the rim like it is now, it's sitting in the rim, but yeah, it will sit on there. If you don't know how they work, you probably know how they work if you're watching a video on, yeah, how to fit weld-on beadlocks. Then that sandwiches your bead in between that there and that there. Bolt it up. I've got a full set of bolts, there's just a couple here. I don't need a full set at the moment, but I have got them all. And then you bolt it up nice and tight, and your bead can't pull off your rim. But like I said, if you're watching this video, you probably know why and what beadlocks are for. This is just a sort of how to, what they do, whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, so I'll start there, pull that tyre off, and then clean the rim up a bit, measure some stuff, and tack it on, and I'll probably just pull that one off because it's easiest to get to at the moment. There's stuff over there. Pull that one off, set it on there and have a look. I will end up backing it out and making sure I've got clearance on the front. But yeah, so we'll start there. I'll pull this tyre off, this rim, so it's got a valve tool here, put the valve out, let all the air out. Like that. I don't know I'll go filming this and do it with one hand, but we'll see how we go. I have got a tyre changing machine, so it makes it very easy. So just break the bead. You see that's why you want beadlocks, so that bead pop off there like that when you're forward driving with low pressures. So pop this off, I'll whip the tyre off, then I'll clean the rim up a bit. The back bead's always a lot harder to come off, which is good, because you don't beadlock the back side rather than beadlocking the front edge. It's a pain in the ass when you're trying to pull them off, but it means it's probably not going to come off when you're forward driving, so it's good. Alright, we've got the tyre off the rim. I didn't pull it because it's actually stuck on there. Pretty good. Wheel lights come off in the process. That's good. Yeah, it was stuck on it pretty good, so I didn't actually film it, but that's off. I'll do a tape measure and we'll measure how wide the rim is. So a lot of people think measure it there like that. It's 6 3/4 inches. That's not how you measure it. Measure it from the inside of there to the inside on here, which is 5.5 inches. So they're 5.5 inch. And what happens when you add the beadlock is this front lip here ends up being out and about there somewhere, which will go about 6.5 inches. I think it comes out about an inch, so they'll make about 6.5 inches. But I'll tack it on there and stuff, and I'll measure it and I'll show you all that. So that's where if you start off with a 7-inch rim, I've only got 10-inch wide tyres, so if that comes out there so far, I'm at 8 inches roughly, which is probably a bit too wide for a 10-inch tyre. 7s are pretty perfect. 6.5 will be absolutely fine. I'll be happy with that. So yeah, I'll tack a beadlock on there, I'll clean the rim up and stuff, tack a beadlock on. Yeah, I don't know how much I'll show, but we'll see. I'm just going to use a wire wheel, clean it up. So I'll just clean probably from about here up, and I'll clean this back edge, probably back to here somewhere, clean all the paint off it. And now I'll use a flapper disc or a grinder wheel, smooth those off, both sides, and then set them on there and see how we go. Got the beadlock ring all cleaned up. That one's a little bit ugly. I'll face that down because the tyre's got a seal on this. So I'll face that side down. Got the ring all cleaned up. So I think you can sit it there. You got like a bit of a lip there. I'm going to lift it up so it's flush with the rim. Obviously, if one side's flush, the other side's going to have a gap there, so you've got to centralise the ring around there. I'm not going to be able to film that because I need 2 hands, so I'll get it right, pack it a couple of spots, and yeah, you'll see when I've done that. So I got it tacked on there, just a couple of tacks. I'm definitely no gun welder, I'm using a TIG because I don't actually, well, I've got a MIG, but I've got no MIG wire. So it's just tucked on there. I'll pull a tyre off there and just set it on and have a quick look, see what so I reckon, make sure it's sort of, I'll just cut a couple of bolts in there and make sure it all looks alright and go from there. And don't rub your hand over your welds. One of them, that one there, I think, got a real sharp bit on it. Got me good. But it'll be right, no kills. So the tyre sitting on the rim, and as you notice, the rim sits on the ground, the tyre sits up off the rim. So to help with that, an old battery, sit the rim on the old battery, don't worry about it shorting out, it's buggered. Yeah, so now the tyre's off the ground there, sort of sit down flat. Again, I need two hands to do it, but I'll push that on. I'll grab the beadlock ring, a couple of bolts, sort of just bolt it up. I might try and put some air in it to seat that back bead. I don't think it'll work because I haven't welded it fully, so I don't think it'll work, but I'll see how I go. If I can just get that back bead to seat, put it on my car and have a quick look at offsets and stuff. Just, I think it should work pretty well, but I just want to check before I fully weld it, because if it's not going to work, I'll have to see if I can get one of those 15x7s, machine the lip off it an inch, and then weld the beadlock to that. So I think this will work fine though. I just want to double check before I fully weld it all and then waste my beadlock rings, or have to try and cut them off and clean them up and stuff around. So yeah, I'll do that. So I just bolted onto my car for a quick look. It sits about the same as my front one. Could have to tell on video, but I couldn't get it pumped up on the rim fully. Obviously it was leaking air because I haven't welded it fully. I thought that would be the case. I thought about the old bit of brake cleaner in there and lighter trick and blow it on, but because the beadlock's not welded on fully, I reckon it might want to blow the beadlock off. So I thought that's probably not a very good idea. So I'll just leave it. I'll weld it on, pump it up, put it on there. I think it'll be fine. Looking at it so far, it looks pretty good. So yeah, I'll just unbolt it, the beadlock, pull tyre off, and weld it on there, clean it up, and then I have to paint it and everything, but I'll just put tyre on and check first. And yeah, and then I've only got another one beadlock, they only had two in stock, so I'll do the two, and then when I got more I'll do the other two. Got that welded on fully, so that's, yeah, just TIG welded. Like I said, I'm not a gun welder or anything, just using a mini grazer 180, just scratch start. So yeah, I guess I can throw my tyre back on and bolt it up, and then actually pump it up and have a bit better of a look at it on the car. I'll like to put it on the front, make sure I could got all clearance from steering and stuff still, so I might do that. Just go out the shed a little bit and jack up and do that. Just thought I'd weigh it real quick. Can't read it, but it's 11.95 kilos. It's about 12 kilos with a beadlock on it. That's 15x7 sun ratio. It's, again, you can't see it, it's 10.7 kilos, so they're a bit heavier with beadlocks on them. So we got fully welded up, beadlock all bolted on, it's all pumped up full there. If you're wondering what these tyres are, they are Maxxis Rockzillas in a 32x10, says it says, upside down. Maybe we can film it like this. 32 by 10 Maxxis Roxillas. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they look actually. Now bolted on the front, make sure I can get full lock both ways. Yeah, I won't worry about bolting on the front and filming it and showing you, but yeah, so that's what it's going to look like on my car. I didn't put a new valve in it, so it's a bit melted from when I welded the ring on there, but yeah, so that's, I've got to pull the tyre off and stuff and paint it all on that now, but I just wanted to put it on there and have a bit of a look. So yeah, so that's just a sort of a how-to, yeah, sort of a few things if you didn't know. But like I said in the start, if you're watching this, you probably know why you want beadlocks or what beadlocks do. But yeah, so anyway, that's the end of it, I guess. That's it.